Hello? Okay, good. So I need you to speak slightly louder. Okay. So what's the latest? 13. Okay, good. There are many 13. Which 13? This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, this is a paper from another student. Okay, I think you can see. Okay, let's start off with this first. So first thing first, the first question is about what is this concept?
Sine various equation.
Correct. Are you learning this?
No,
Why not?
we already learned.
Huh?
We learned already.
Oh, you learned already. So I hope you know how to solve simultaneous equation. Alright. So how do you get this into your calculator? How do you do it using a calculator? Can you demonstrate to me?
Just have to go to like
Mm.
the menu,
Mm-hmm.
then press 5.
Can you show it to me now? Because I think your answer is wrong. Can you show me now? So you have 2x minus 5 is equal to equals to y. Then you have x plus y equals to 4. So what you key into your calculator? Okay, you don't need to sit down, you stand up. You need to stand up and show me. Show me. Show me. You are not showing me, you are showing yourself now. Show me. So what you key in? I ask you what you key in. And I ask you key while showing me. Closer. My eyesight is not very good. So you put what? 2x. Are you ready? Okay. So you key in 2x minus 1y.
Because it's impossible to key in that format.
So basically, this format is not the right format.
Yeah,
Can you look at your calculator? The calculator give you what format?
2x
Okay.
minus
Minus
1y
1y.
equals to 0.
And then the next one?
The 0 is supposed to be 5.
The 0 is supposed to be 5?
Yeah, because I haven't keyed in the 5 type.
And then?
And 1x plus 1y,
Mm-hmm.
then 4.
Mm. Okay, so first thing first, can I ask you a question? I think this one is and this one they are the same, right? This one and this one is the same, right? Then how can you convince me these two is also the same? How can you convince me these two they are the same? Are they the same?
No.
Why yes and why no? So
I mean,
how can you convince me this one and the 2x minus y they are the same thing? So basically you need to do something to this. You need to do something to this, right? So what you have done?
I move it,
Move what?
move the y.
Okay, so you underline the y and then you underline the minus 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically what you want to do is you move the minus 5 to this side, right?
Yeah.
And then you want to move the y to here, right?
Yeah.
So minus 5 from the left to the right, you change the sign to plus 5. Okay, good. And then the y plus y, you move it to the left, so it becomes minus y. So now I'm convinced. So by what? By moving over. Okay? Now I'm convinced. So these two same. These two same. So now what's the answer given by the calculator?
X equals to 3,
X is equal to 3. And then?
y equals to 1.
So what do you have? What do you have?
X equals to 1.
I mean, why? Why you end up with this? Okay, show me your calculator. What your calculator show? Did your calculator says clearly x is equal to 3? Did your calculator show
Yeah.
x equal to 3? Show me.
LB key.
You need to key in again?
I
How many times you want to key in? I have not moved on yet. Calculator shows what? You read to me calculator shows what?
3.
3?
X equals to 3.
3 or x equals to 3? Or y equals to 3?
I said x equals to 3.
Very good. So the calculator says x equals to 3. Where did you get the x equals to 1 from? Hello? Hello? Where do you get the x equal to 1 from? I don't know. Never mind. So this one, substitution. How do you use the substitution method? Explain.
You move.
Okay.
You choose one.
Okay, first thing first, let me zoom in so that I can see it. You choose one or you choose two? Or you choose one of them?
I choose one of them.
One of them.
Which is 2.
Very good. You try to change two, right?
Yeah.
Change two, so I see that I see your two gets this. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't like your working. This is not a very clear working. They are all jumbled up. So confusing. Did I not tell you the proper working? Did I not show you the proper working? What are the steps?
Yeah.
Did I not? So you start off with this. Right? You say you want to convert.
Yeah.
Okay? So you highlight, I mean you underline the x, which you want to move to the other side. So okay, good. So y is equal to 4 minus x. So I'm supposed to see this. Okay, I see this, but they are all jumbled up. I mean your working is all jumbled up. Okay? I'm not sure whether I should read like this and then here, or I should read like this and then here. I don't know. I'm so confused. Okay? So, but if you write it this way, so clear. So there's only one direction I need to look at. Up, down. And by the way, you have plenty of space here. And you seem not to know how to plan your space. Okay, so let's continue. So once you get the 3, what you need to do, you put the 3 into the 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I also see the step. But of course, you don't expect me to. Okay, your steps are right, but they are jumbled up. That means the presentation is not good. You know what's presentation? Okay, so the presentation is not good. I want you to improve on your presentation. Alright? Then after that, you show the arrow. So what you get for the first arrow, -4, right? For the second arrow is a plus. Yep, so far so good. Okay, still good. 可以吗?
Yeah.
And then, what's the next step from here?
No.
So you need to move, right?
Move the
You know, -4, right?
Yeah.
And then move to the other side.
Yeah.
Where is this step? Here, right?
Yeah.
I think you underline wrongly. 2x and x is a straight line. -4 should be straight line or something else.
Another line.
Yeah, another line of different shapes, right? Not supposed to be a straight line, right? I told you, like, if they are of different. Okay, so the x and the x use straight line, then you better use wavy line for the other one. Okay, but you show that -4 to the other side. What is the next step? -4 to the other side. What's your next step from here? Here? I see -4. Are you supposed to end up with -4?
No.
Then? What you're supposed to end up with? After this -4, you bring it
9.
over. Why 9?
Because the negative for the
So
sign
when are you going to remember this?
change.
Yeah, so when are you going to remember this? When you move things over, you need to change the sign. When are you going to remember this? You cannot keep making this mistake forever. Last week you make this mistake, this week you make this mistake, and then of course, while we were doing this, you make mistakes. When are you going to correct yourself this? We have been doing this for more than 3 lessons already. 3 lessons. That means 3 lessons means 3 weeks. Well, at least 3 weeks. And at least 3 weeks, and you still forget this and that. Okay? So when are you going to remember this? Move over, change sign. When? You need to give me a deadline. If not, next lesson or test, you will get it wrong. And then all our effort will will go down the drain. Tell me, when are you going to stop this once and for all? I'm waiting for your answer.
Today?
Today onwards. Alright? Good. So that's how you get your x is equal to 3. So once your x is equal to 3, you put the 3 into this, then you get y equals to 1. Are you clear? I'm expecting this kind of presentation. Are you clear? I don't want the left right, then up down, then left right. Okay? Okay? What is the major mistake here in this case? What's the major mistake here?
No.
You bring over without?
Change sign now.
Good. Okay? What's the major mistake here?
The format.
Yeah, so you need to change the format to the calculator format first. Also, in a way, right, the format is this. You always need to have x, y, and then the number. You need to have the x and y, then the number. So this is the format in the calculator. Okay? If your question given is not in this format, you need to convert, transform. Are you clear? Okay, good. Next. Factorize the following. So this one is we practiced not yesterday, but last week. Okay, first thing first. How is by the way, it's called quadratic expression. What's the meaning of quadratic expression? You still remember you are learning? I think you teach me. You are learning linear. equation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You so-called I was told by you are learning linear equation. What's the meaning of linear?
The one.
What one? The power is 1. Okay? So now we are learning quadratic equation or quadratic expression. So what's the meaning of quadratic now?
The power two.
Correct. So at least you need to know the meaning of linear and quadratic. If you don't know, then you cannot solve. Why? Because the approach to solve linear equation and the approach to solve quadratic equation, they are very, very different. Okay? They are entirely different. Okay? It's just like if you are study if you are studying if you are studying English and you are also studying Chinese. Okay? They are very different languages. You cannot use the same approach. So now, what is this? Linear or quadratic?
Quadratic.
Why?
Because the x.
Yeah, the power is 2. Or in a way, the highest power is 2. This power is 1. But the highest power is 2. Then what about this?
Quadratic.
Yeah, which is the highest power is 2. Okay, so now let's look into this, how we solve this. Okay, so you have the x squared minus 2x plus 1. And what I realize is you take out the... Okay, so I see you split the x squared to x and x, right? Very good. Then this one you split to, so a minus sign, this is split to 2 and x, right? Then this one you split to 1 times 1, I guess.
Yeah.
By the way, you are not splitting here. You just copy. And when you use, by the way, when you use the branch, right, you're supposed to split. So when you split, right, you need to have 2 terms. If not, here you are not splitting. Are you splitting?
No.
You're not splitting. You're basically, it's okay. 1, I have 1. Okay, so you're actually copying it down. So in order to show that you split the 1, you need to write 1 times 1. Are you clear? And now, what is common here? I see that the x is common. The x is common for the first 2 terms only.
Yeah.
Is it common for this one?
No.
No. So if they are not common, you cannot consider this. You need to leave it alone. Leave it alone means this. You do the first 2 terms. So you get x. So once you get x, you cross it out, right? Then you are left with x minus 2. Right? Then what is behind? Plus 1. Yeah. So this is the answer. You are not supposed to end up with this. So that means your bracket should end here. Are you clear? Are you clear? Are you clear now? Your bracket ends here. Because clearly the plus 1 here, right? The plus 1 here is alone. Because it has no x. So if it has no x, then can you include it here?
No.
You cannot. Right? Alright? Are you clear? Why I my bracket stop here? But not at the back? Are you clear? Are you clear or not? Then, okay, so if you want to know whether your answer, right, your factorization is correct or not, what you do? You try to expand it. Then you can also tell whether you get the correct answer. Okay, so if x times x is x squared, right?
Yeah.
The second arrow is minus 2x, right? Then after that, plus 1. Can you get back the original?
Yeah.
So if you can get back the original, that means you are correct or wrong?
Correct.
Yes. So let's try yours. Let's try yours, huh? First arrow, x squared. Second arrow, minus 2x. Third arrow, x. Can you get back the original?
No.
Why not? What's the difference?
The one.
The plus 1 and the
No.
plus x. So you can tell that this factorization is wrong. Are you clear? So by going through this example, by checking the answer, so I hope, what's the conclusion? What's the conclusion? What is the link between expansion and factorization then?
Oh,
Or is there a link?
factorization is
And expansion. What's the link? They are opposite to each other. Why I make such a conclusion? Simple example. This is the common factor x, right? So you're left with 2 minus 1. Okay? So now, I ask you to factorize, you end up with this, right? So how do you check whether your answer is correct or not?
you expand.
Expand. So first arrow 2x, second arrow x. So can you get back the original?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you see that factorization? This step is factorization. Alright? Then from here to here is expand, right? Right?
Yeah.
Can you see that they are opposite to each other? Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, good. So, but now, when it comes to quadratic equation, this is not the way to factorize. When it comes to quadratic equation, the way to factorize is not this. Okay? The way to factorize is this instead. Let me just get this question out. If you feel tired, you can take a seat behind me, but make sure that you can still see what I'm writing. Okay, so let's look at this. So first thing first, you need to identify this is a quadratic equations or expression. So when it comes to quadratic expression, you do it the table method. How do you get x squared?
X subset
Very good. Plus 1. How do you get plus 1?
1 times 1.
1 times 1 is one possible combination. Any other combination? To get 1? To get 1? Yeah. Minus 1 and minus 1, right? You can use your calculator and check. Negative 1 times negative 1 is?
Positive 1.
Correct. So this is another combination. So now I need to test which combination can give me the answer. Okay? Then we need to carry on. So let me start with the 1 and 1 first. By the way, 1 and 1 is plus 1 and plus 1 now. Okay? So let's test this. Okay? So x plus 1, x plus 1. What do you get for the first arrow?
X square
What's the second arrow?
1x.
Third arrow?
1x.
Fourth?
1.
Underline similar term. Right? X squared plus
2.
2x plus.
1.
Can you get back the original?
No.
No. So I cannot choose 1 and 1. Are you clear? Fail. So mission failed. What's the other combination?
Negative 1 times negative 1.
Very good. So I need to test this. First arrow, second arrow. What's your first arrow?
X square
Second arrow.
minus 1x.
Third one.
Minus 1x.
Last one.
1.
Can I get back the original?
Yeah.
So this is the answer. So x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1, x minus 1. Are you clear? So when it comes to quadratic equation, you need to use, or quadratic expression, you need to use this technique. I think I briefly talked about this, I think at the end of the last lesson. Probably like we spent like 15 minutes on it. You remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last 15 minutes. Okay, so when it comes to quadratic expression, what's the technique?
The table.
Table. Okay, I don't know what you call this, okay, but let's call this. Okay? So now it comes to 2x squared plus 3x minus 2. Let me launch it here. is opening there. So it's 2x squared plus, what's the question? 3x minus 2. Okay, can you demo this question? Okay. So if you want to delete, this is the eraser. So if you want to continue, just... So how do you get 2x squared? Actually 2x squared is pretty simple. Just one combination only. X squared also, so you must have a x. So 2x times what? Give you 2x squared. By the way, yeah, so you don't split like this, you split down. You remember the format or not? You remember or not? This is what?
X squared.
Which is?
X times X.
No, which is called what? This is called linear or quadratic?
Quadratic.
If this is quadratic, this is the way. This is quadratic or linear?
Linear.
How do you split this? This is linear. You split like this. This is what?
Quadratic.
And then you split like?
Downwards.
Yes. Are you clear? That's why I say the approach is different. So when it comes to this is
Down.
no, this is
quadratic.
yes. So the approach is downward. You split downward. So the 2x you put, I don't know what you split to, but yeah, click on it. Yeah, good, go. So you split to 2x and okay, good. You see a lot of dotted line. Can you do a better job? And then there is that one is an arrow. That one is not a 1. Okay. Okay, good. How do you get minus 2? Show me the combination and then you test. By the way, it's pretty simple to get minus 2. There are only 2 possible answers. Same level. How do you get minus 2? That means how do you split minus 2? Minus 1 and? Minus 1 and plus 1 gives you minus 2. And you times. That's how you split.
Oh, I forgot it's times.
Yeah, it's times. Split is times, right?
Yeah.
Split is times, right? For quadratic and linear, split is times, right? Am I right or not? The only difference between the quadratic and the linear is you write it vertically and horizontally. How do you split minus 2? No need calculator. You write down minus 2 and you show me how you split minus 2. This is one combination. Show me another combination. Very good. So which one you want to test?
The first one.
Okay, good. So since you want to test the first one, hold on. So you cover this one first. Okay, show me the first one. Oh, bracket. Sorry, you need to go back to the draw. Yes. Click on the draw tool. Yeah, click on the color. Okay, good. Yeah, show. Wait, one by one. Can you speed up a little bit? Okay, good. Do it. Show me. First arrow, second arrow, third arrow, and fourth arrow. Show every single step. Wait, I don't understand you. You erase. You show me first arrow, second arrow. You write down the first arrow and the second. Write down the first, second, third, fourth. Don't jumble up everything. So complicated. You can put the 1 there. Put the 2. Yes. Okay, good. Don't skip step. What do you get after 1? Yes. What do you get after 2? Don't skip a single step. Can you write the power 2 properly? Okay, the power is supposed to be on top. Okay, you don't write it as if it's next to the X. Okay, it should be the top right hand corner and supposed to be smaller. So how?
It's the same.
It's the same. So can you write the answer? Right here, equal. So what's the answer? So among all these, which one you should put on top? Good. Can you put it here? Very good. Okay, that's how you solve quadratic expression by factorization. Are you clear? Are you clear now? Okay, good. So, like I say, this part is factorization. This part is expansion. And by the way, why do you need to do the expansion part?
To check which one to use.
To check whether you can get back to the original, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can get back to the original, that means this one is the this is the pair that can give you the factorization. That means your factorization is correct. If let's say this one cannot give you, then you need to test the one hidden behind the blue rectangle. Are you clear? Are you clear now? Okay, so you are lucky. First attempt, you get it already. Alright? So you know how to factorize quadratic now? Okay? At least the first taste. Okay? The first taste of quadratic factorization. Are you clear? Clear or not? Okay, good. Then come back to this. By the way, I'm expecting the revision materials from you also. Like mean you have that already or not yet? Okay, good. So by the way, this school, right, they give out revision materials much earlier than your school. Okay, so it's okay. Okay, so first question, how do you do this? So first thing first, this is the formula, right? Okay, so the formula is E equals to half mv squared. Okay, so now given that object traveling at velocity, so this is v equals to 5. Kinetic energy E equals to 180. We evaluate the mass, so you need to find m. How do you do this question? Put in. So your E is 180, right?
Yeah.
Okay, put the 180 into the E. So the E is 180. Half is half. M, don't know. So V square is 5 with a square. How do you continue here? 180 is 180. Half is half. M times 5 square is
5m square.
5 square. I'm talking about this one.
Oh.
What's your calculator for? Okay, 25. Continue. So you still have 180. You have half times 25. So half times 25 is give me in decimal number.
12.5.
So 12.5 m. So how do you get m?
Divide.
Yeah, so divide by 12.5. This one also divide by 12.5. So m equal?
1.
No, this one is equal to 1 m, and this one is equal to proportionality.
14.4.
So 180 divided by 12.5 is it?
14.4.
14.4. That's the answer. Okay, so this question is about you plug in the numbers. Are you clear? Are you clear now? Are you clear now? Similarly, this question is not very hard because why I say so? Because we have been doing this for so long. If I tell you x equals to 3, y is equal to, you put in the 3 into the x, right?
Yeah. It's 4.
It's 4, right?
Yeah.
So if I give you 2x here, so you 2 times 3, right? Then you end up with 7, right?
Yeah.
So isn't it similar? All you need to do is you need to plug in the numbers only. Right? Can you see I plug in the numbers? I plug in the E. I plug in the E. I plug in the V. And then after that I just solve. Am I right? Am I right? So similar to this, right? You just plug in the X. Right? And then you just solve it. Simple, right? I could have given you this. I could have given you something very complicated. Okay? So if I give you A equals to 2, B equals to 1, C equals to 3, what you're going to do? What you're going to do? Plug in.
Yeah.
So the B equals to
1.
2 times C is equal to
3.
A is equal to
2.
yes. So all you need to do, punch this into the calculator. What's the answer? Oh, by the way, do you know that the dot is called?
Times.
Call. Okay, good. So what's the answer? You can either give me in mixed number or decimal.
7/8.
Very good. So y is equal to 7/8. Are you clear? Okay. So this question is just you need to plug in numbers. Okay. So the mass of a light bulb is 50. Round off to the nearest gram. So that means you round off to the 50 gram. What is the least possible mass for 50? So what number can give you 50? Have you learned? Yeah, we talked about this rounding off, right? Let me give you a flavor of it. 50.1. You round off to whole number, you get
50.
why? Because you look at this one, right? So this is less than 5.
Yeah.
So you don't need to add anything to it, right? So therefore you get 50, right? Then what about this? 49.5.
50.
Why 50?
Because of 5.
Because the 5 you give a 1 to the front part, right?
Yeah, then.
Then that's why you end up with 50, right? So compare 50.1 and compare 49.5. State the least possible mass of the light bulb. So the least possible is this 49.5. It can be 50.1, but do you choose 50.1?
No,
Why not?
because it's not that.
Not the least, right? Right? So you need to choose the least. Then what if I change the least to the biggest? This is the biggest. Because the 4 will not give anything to the 0, right? So this is the biggest possible. While this is the least possible. Are you clear? Are you clear? Are you clear or not? This question is about rounding off. You still remember decimal places and significant figures?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to give you a taste of significant figure and decimal number, I'm not talking about this part 2 first. So what is the first significant figure? The first significant figure is non-zero. Okay, so if I give you 0.0123, which one is the first significant figure?
1.
Yep, so this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, right?
Yeah.
So if I ask you to two significant figure, what's your answer? Where do you draw the line?
In between
In between?
2 and 3.
Very good. Then you ask yourself whether your tree will give a 1 to it, right? So it's you give or no give?
No.
No give. So okay, 0.012. That's it. Are you clear? Then what about decimal places? 0.0123. If I give you to 2 decimal places, where you draw the line?
In between 0 and 1.
Okay, this is the first decimal places. Right? After the decimal point,
Yeah.
this is the second decimal places.
Oh.
Then how?
in between 1 and 2.
So this is the third, right?
Yeah.
So in order to get 2, right, 2 decimal places, you need to cut it here. And then you ask yourself, do you give a 1 or 2? I mean, do you give a 1 or 0?
0.
0. So that means gone. So you get 0.01 to 2 decimal places. Are you clear? Are you clear? So we have just done a revision for significant figure and decimal places. Okay? So the technique to estimate and the techniques to round off. Okay, we have just recap. Okay? Okay, good. So I don't want to talk about the part 2. Part 2 I might is not related to your it's not so related to your syllabus. But at least you need to know like what is significant figure and decimal places. Alright? So for this question factor, oh by the way, this is quadratic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but two-term quadratic. Compare this two-term quadratic to just now the other quadratic. How many terms you have here?
3.
Yes. So 3-term quadratic, you need to use this method. Okay? But when it comes to 2-term quadratic, right? This is 2-term, right? You use the normal factorization. Are you clear? Are you clear? Are you clear? You still remember we talked about the 2-term linear, 3-term linear, and 4-term linear?
Is there 5?
5-term? You're talking about 5-term? I mean there are 5 terms, there are 6 terms, there are 10 terms. But it just make it more complicated, right? Right? If I give you 10 terms, let's say if I give you 10 terms, it does not make sense already. You know why? You spend so much time. And your exam is only 1 hour, right? Your test is normally 1 hour.
50.
Yeah, never mind. So let's consider 1 hour. Do you think they will ask you to do 10 terms? To waste half an hour of your time just for one question?
Our teacher gives us 5 terms.
5 terms, okay.
At
So
most.
if you have 5 terms, can you show me the question later? Okay.
I-
But never mind. I think the bare minimum is you should be able to do 2, 3, 4. Okay? Can? You can have 5, but that one might not be factorized. That one can be expansion. Okay? By the way, I'm talking about 2 term, 3 term, 4 term. I'm talking about factorization. You don't later show me it's expansion. That one is another concept. Okay? You better think clearly. Your teacher give you 5 term expansion or 5 term factorization. We will look at that later. But at least this one is the way to do it. So what is common? 2x is common. So once you take out the 2x, you end up with 3x plus y. Okay? So that's why your 1 mark is correct. How do you check? Open it again to see if you can get the original. Are you clear? Oh, by the way, you can always use the expansion to check whether your answer is correct or not. Whether it is quadratic or linear, you can always check. So that is the benefit of doing factorization. You can check before I check it. So next time I want to see you let's say you end up with this answer. I want you to show me this answer will give you back the original on the side here during our work. So next time when you get the answer after factorization, can you do the expansion on the side here to show me that you can get back the original? Don't copy, okay? You copy, I know one. Don't assume that you are always right, okay? Okay? So now, hence or otherwise. So, hence means, you know what's the meaning of hence in mathematics? Hence means you make use of this answer. So that means these two, right? Can you see 6x squared plus 2xy? You already get it into this format. So that means this whole thing, you change it to 2x, 3x plus y already. Then plus the 4, 3 plus y. This. So can you see that they have something similar? What is similar here?
3x.
How come this one looks like this? Let me see. Can you see that they have 3x plus y is the same? So if they are the same, what do? Take it out. Once you take it out, crossed out, and you are left with 2x plus 4. Are you clear? Are you clear? Are you clear now? Okay. Okay, this one is expansion or factorization?
Expansion.
You can see a simplifier. So this is of course how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 5 already. So this is the expansion. So when you tell me your teacher give you 5 terms of factorization, I'm not sure. Because it doesn't make sense. Does it make sense to give you 5 terms? Does not make sense. But your test is only 45 minutes, and for 5 term expansion you probably spend like 15 minutes. Does not make sense. Okay, for your level the maximum is 4. Okay. Okay. So I want to see you open the bracket one by one. 可以吗? So correct. First step is correct. Then the next set. 等一下. So you have minus 4. You have minus plus 21x. You have minus minus. Okay, good. So you simplify. Okay. Then 为什么你没有 okay, you underline similar term and you get minus. Okay, good. Okay. Yep, you are supposed to show every single step. Okay. Then use your calculator. Okay, this one. Yep, you are right. Open the first arrow, second arrow. Okay. It's important to show that. But during your exam, what I advise you to do is use a pencil. Okay. Because pencil you can erase easily. Okay. So once you get it, and then you change all to 12. By the way, can you delete the 12?
Yes.
So this one, right?
Yeah.
So you times a 3 here. Then you times a 2 here, right?
Yeah.
So you end up with 3 over 6 plus 6 over 6. This is 9 over 6. Can you delete the 6? Yes or no?
Yes.
How you delete the 6? You delete 6 is go 9.
No.
No. Okay, so then why you delete the 12 here? So the question is when you delete the denominator. Is there equal sign here?
No.
If there is no equal sign, you cannot delete. Meaning what? Meaning if you have questions like this. Look, when you have an equal sign in between, right? You can delete the 6. But when there is no equal sign, so is there equal sign here?
No.
You cannot delete. Okay? So in a way, right, this is called an expression. This is called an equation. Equation can delete. Expression cannot. Okay? So this is the expression, so you need to maintain the 12. So in a way, right, so let's do it one by one. Let me zoom in a bit. This one is correct. Then 4x plus 20. Okay, this one is correct. 你这个好像错了，你自己过来看。Look at this. This one and this one you get 12x. Right?
Yeah.
This one and this one second arrow you get minus 9, right?
Yeah.
There is a bracket here, right?
Yeah.
Then how come your bracket is gone? Okay. So let's say you have this. Let's say you have this. Your this first arrow and the second arrow, because the 3 is actually going inside, right?
Yeah.
You start with the bracket, you need to end with the, right? You start with the bracket, you end with the bracket, right? Am I right or not?
Yeah.
But your bracket is gone mysteriously. Like it's a myth. I don't know why. Can you see that? Your bracket is gone. Wow, you're not supposed to delete your bracket mysteriously. And then after this, I think you're supposed to see that you need to open the bracket. So when you open the bracket, you get minus 12x, minus, then you get plus 9. Okay? Then after that, of course, you combine everything. Then this one and this one, you will get 10x. But for this one, minus 6 plus 20, then you need to plus the 9. So you get 14. 14 plus the 9 is 14 plus 9 is 23 over 12. Why the 12 cannot be deleted in this case? Because it's a expression. Well, why you can delete the 6 here? Because it's a what?
Equation.
Correct. So next time you just need to tell yourself the first thing to do is expression or equation. So actually the technique is called delete denominator. Okay. So when you can delete the denominator, you need to identify expression or equation. You know what's an equation, right? Equation means with an equal sign. Expression no equal sign. So example like this. Is there an equal sign?
No.
Then do you think you can delete the denominator? Cannot. What about this? Can you delete the denominator?
Yeah.
Why not? Why yes?
A.
Why yes or why no?
The 1 over 2 haven't.
Yeah, but yes. So let's say if I change it. Yeah, very good. So I haven't changed. Must change first. Do you think you can delete the denominator in this case?
Yeah.
Yes, can. Why? Because it's an equation. Equation can delete. Expression cannot. Are you clear? So you need to decide whether it's an expression or equation first. Are you clear? 可以吗？ Good. So this one, very simple. Okay? Why I say so? Because first thing first, the price of a pair of shoes in 1 hour. Okay, good. So let's take a brief break. Okay, but after this question. So it says the pair of shoes in Tokyo is 19800 yen. Okay? And then it says the same pair of cost 239 Singapore dollars. So we are talking about exchange rate here. Okay? But don't tell me you have not learned. Very simple concept. So what they say is one Singapore dollar. Okay, you can read here. 1 yen is equal to 0.012995 dollars. Okay? Does it make sense? Okay. So now they say using estimation. You know what's the meaning of estimation, right? It means round off. Means round off. Can or not? Round off. So okay, so 1 yen is 0.012995. Do you think that 0.012995 is very complicated? Can you round to a easier number? 1 JPY means 1 yen is equal to 0.012995. So what do you think? You should round this to? You should round this to what? Where you draw the line? Where you draw the line? Where do you think you are supposed to, where you think is the best to draw the line? Is it here? Or here? Or here? Or don't draw it at all? Where you should draw a line? Huh?
The blue one.
The blue one, very good. Because if you draw here, right, the rounding off is too much. So you don't want to round off so much. So you should choose the blue one. If you choose the blue one, you know that the 9 will give you a 1 here, right? Right? So you end up with 0.013. Are you clear? So basically 1 Japanese yen will give you $0.013. So how many yen you have? 19800, right? And how much dollar? How do you get to 19800? You times, right? You times 19800. So you do the same thing times 19800. Can you help me out?
Two five seven
257什么
point four.
.4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So this price is in Japan. So in Japan you only pay $257.4. So compare in Singapore. Singapore you only pay.
239.
So which one is cheaper?
Singapore.
So you should pay in Singapore lah. So explain if the pair of shoe is cheaper in Tokyo or in Singapore. So Singapore is this price. Japan is this price. So which one is cheaper? Singapore lah. So that's your reason. Are you clear? Are you clear? Okay, good. So yeah, so that's it for our first half.